what I would do is I would make sure I get my whole assignment fee up front, because I'm not going to rely on that other investor, because if they screw up something in the closing, I'm not going to get the other half of my assignment fee. But this is entirely up to you to make that decision. If it's $5,000, it's $10,000, the person can't come up with it and they're about to get a great property where they're going to make 50 or 70 grand on it, then I think I'm going to wait and go find another investor. And there's going to be tons of them out there that are looking to make 50 to 70 grand that are willing to pay $5,000 to $10,000 cash up front. They better have that capability. However, there's been one situation that I recall where we have actually taken a portion of the assignment fee up front and the balance due, actually two situations, pardon me, and the balance due at the close of sale, because it was a larger fee, $15,000 and $25,000, and they were still getting roughly an $80,000 and $110,000 equity position. So, we kind of worked with them. You got to feel it out. So I'm going to keep this up to you to decide what you want to have in as your standard. This is my standard contract, and I am always cognizant to remove this section unless I have felt that the assignment fee is a little high for somebody to come out with $15,000 or $25,000 cash up front. It's all dependent. Your decision. Now let's continue. Unless aforementioned payment is not received within 2 business days, the assignment of contract is null and void. Basically, they have 2 business days to come up with the assignment fee. Otherwise, it's null and void. All right? Enough said. The new buyer of this property, the assignee, person you've assigning this to, hereby agrees to fulfill all of the same conditions and terms of the said above reference contract, including but not limited to all settlement requirements as originally stated. Basically, the person who's taking over the contract, the property that you had on contract originally, they can't make any changes to it. I mean, they have to accept it as is. The total consideration of this assignment is $5,000, $10,000, $25,000, $50,000, $100,000, whatever. Total balances to be paid at the settlement of a contract is, remember, if you have removed this part of the contract, then you're going to want to make sure you remove this part, okay? Both the signer and assignee acknowledge and agree that facsimile signatures and initials are legal and binding. Witness whereof the parties hereto have caused this agreement and assumption of real estate purchase contract. Now you've got the assignee's signature, their name, their home address, home phone, their fax number, their email address, and absolutely, positively, 100% have them notarize this. I wouldn't leave this to a witness. Make sure you get this notarized. Once they have it notarized, okay, whether it's in a state or province, make sure you make that change here. Then you're going to sign it. You're going to put your name, the date that it's signed, and I like to do this. I like to put my bank account so they can wire funds, because rather than wait for a check and wait for those funds to clear and find out it's a non-sufficient fund, I basically say, look, you need to have the cash in front, whether it's a certified check or you wire it into my account. Now, something that's really important about this contract is I do not give them the offer to purchase contract. I'll show it to them, but I do not give them a copy until all of the money has cleared the bank account. That's if I was doing it all cash up front. Obviously, if you're doing half the cash up front and the other half at closing, you need to give them the copy of the contract because you've kind of assigned a portion of it to them. But again, if they don't pay you at closing, you can actually rescind. Unfortunately, though, you would be stuck with a property that you haven't went out and got financed, so it would be pretty interesting. Once again, I'm not an attorney, nor am I an accountant. Please take this to whoever it is you feel is the most competent person on your power team as a contractor real estate attorney.